This is Jim Lo Scalzo. I'm a DC-based photojournalist with European Press Photo Agency. On January 6th, I was at the U.S. Capitol to photograph the electoral college count, a step needed to formalize Joe Biden's win before he becomes the 46th President of the United States. At about 2:15 in the afternoon, during a break in the proceedings, there was a loud commotion outside the Senate chamber. About 24 pro-Trump rioters had gotten into the building and were shouting at Capitol police officers. I was baffled. How had these people breached security, and why weren't police arresting them? It was a remarkable scene. This is a place where people talk in whispers, and here you had a group of marauders who looked like they walked off the set of a Mad Max movie. Soon there were sounds of screaming and shouting across the building. Thousands of protesters who had gathered outside the Capitol were now laying siege to the building, smashing their way through doors and windows. I ran to the rotunda where hundreds were milling around, shouting invectives about Biden, screaming that Trump is their president and that this is their house. Even they seemed surprised to be there, ebullient at their own apparent triumph. One group held each other in prayer, others attended to an injured rioter. Through a side room, I caught a glimpse of Senate security hustling Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell out of the Capitol. A large crowd was also gathering outside the House chamber, banging on the doors and chanting, "Let us in." Only later did I realize why they never breached the door. On the opposite side were plainclothes police officers, their handguns trained on the door. Finally, a Capitol police officer deployed tear gas, and the crowd dispersed. Returning to the rotunda, I noticed several rioters walking casually down the hallway to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office. This is normally one of the most protected areas of the Capitol. You can't poke your head down the hallway without getting an earful from a Capitol police officer. Only now, rioters were rummaging through her office, taking selfies and looking for souvenirs. One man, who identified himself as Big O Barnett, plopped himself at a desk, put up his feet, and spoke of his love for America. When he found a personalized envelope with the speaker's name on it, he grinned widely. "Oh, I'm taking this." He put it in his pocket and disappeared down the speaker's hallway, an American flag over his shoulder and a lightness in his step. The siege of the U.S. Capitol ended as quickly as it began, with Capitol Police, FBI, and SWAT teams clearing the hallways. 12 hours later, in a purposeful show of resilience, Speaker Pelosi and Vice President Mike Pence returned to the House chamber to finish the electoral college count. Finally, at 3:39 a.m. on November 7th, Vice President Pence declared Joe Biden the 46th President of the United States.